to you today about the Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem states that on a right triangle, if we take and square side A and add it to the square of side B, it will equal to the square of side C. So when we look at a right triangle, and these have specific names we'll talk about, if this is my right triangle, I have A, I have B, and I have C. Now A and B, these are called the legs. They are interchangeable. They are the pieces that touch the right angle, okay? C is always, always, always across from the right angle. It is always the longest side, and it is called the hypotenuse. Okay, and it is, again, the longest side. So what we're going to be looking at is how we can manipulate this formula to find missing sides of a right triangle when given two of them. If we look at this particular picture, it says, given what we know about right triangles, what is the area of the largest square shown above? Remember, area of a square is side squared. So if you notice, they've labeled, here's my right angle. So this is C, this is my hypotenuse. These are going to be my legs. And you can see here, they've already written in the area for us. And again, if area is side squared, this goes back to what we learned earlier in the year about squares and square roots. When we talked about squares and square roots, we said an area, if we want to find the area of something, we square the side. If you want to find the side, the square root of the side, the square root of the area, I did that backwards, I apologize. The square root of the area will give you the side. So if this is the area, and I take the square root, then my side length, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is 7. So my actual A value is 7. Here, the square root of 64 I know is 8, and I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So B is 8. Make sure you're counting the boxes, not the lines. So, based on Pythagorean theorem, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. They've already squared A for us, 49. They've already squared B for us, 64. So we need to add that up, and that will give us C squared, or our area. Well, 49 plus 64, 9 and 4 is 13. Carry the 1 is 103. So the area of this largest square is 103 units squared. That is going to be the area of this whole square. Okay, that is not going to be the side length. We're going to talk about that in a minute. How do we know? Well, we just did the math for it. So now we have a picture with nothing labeled for us. So they're going to ask us some questions. What are the areas of the two smaller squares? So remember, the two smaller squares are going to be A and B because C is our largest square. Okay, C is our longest side, so the area is going to be the largest. So we need to count. We can call this A, we can call this B. Here's my right angle, so this is C. So A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is 1, 2, 3, 4. C, we're going to have to find out because this is on a diagonal, so I cannot count these boxes. So I know that A, the side length is 5, so the area, remember, is side squared, is going to be 25. And B, the side length is 4, so side squared, 4 squared is 16. So we can say the area of A is 25, and the area of B is 16. So in order to find the area of C, we can go back to our formula. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, we already squared a, 25 plus 16. So we just need to add these. So 5 and 6 is 11, carry the 1, 41. So the area of C is 41. So what are the side lengths of all three sides of the triangle? Well, we already know that A is 5, we counted that. B is 4. So to find C, this goes back to what we were talking about over here. If we know the area, we can take the square root to find the side. So I need to take the square root of 41. Because remember, if I have C squared is 41, to undo a square, I take the square root. And this is where your calculator is going to come in handy. So using our calculator, we can do square root is going to be yellow button squared right here next to the 4. We're going to put 41, and it would be 6.4. And we talked about before estimating square roots. If you remember from your squares chart, so we had 6 squared is 36 and 7 squared is 49. So 41 is between, so we know it's 6 point something, and we can use our calculator to do that specifics. So what I would like you to try tonight is just page 3, down here, just page 3. So this particular picture and this one, where they're giving you areas, you need to find the side lengths, and then we'll look at how those relate.